Alright everyone, we're back. We're playing Pokemon Yellow. We're gonna tackle the tower. The Pokemon Tower. Which has now been replaced by a radio tower, but in this game is still a graveyard, which is super duper fun and not at all depressing or creepy. Thanks, Pokemon. But first, let's see what we got. We don't need Gloom anymore. I kind of really like Sandslash. Plus, the ghosts are all poison type. Ghastly and Haunter, at least. So Sandslash will come in handy, even though most of his attacks won't work. Or at least Slash won't. I guess we replaced Scratch with Poison Sting. Poison Sting will work, but it won't do much damage, so it's basically useless. Slash literally won't affect, but Dig will be super effective. You'll recall that we already beat all these people, so all we have to do is get through the wild Pokemon. And I'd kind of like a Ghastly. Let's see if this kills it. It didn't. Perfect. That's probably honestly enough damage. So let's hope we're not... Of course we hurt ourselves in confusion. Why not? Watch this paralyze, because it probably will. Oh, it didn't. Okay, I was wrong. Oh, but we hurt ourselves in confusion again. Perfect. Are we gonna die to this Ghastly? Just watch, we're gonna die to this Ghastly. Okay, that is unlikely. Wow, that Nightshade did literally 22 damage. Right enough to kill us. And there we go. Well, that's fun. That's the perils of Pokemon catching, I guess. When you get unlucky 3 times in a row. 50-50 shot, and we lost. I just hope we can catch it with, like, the first or second Pokeball, because otherwise this is gonna be a pain. Although we can just run from pretty much everyone else. Because I can't... In fact, we could just use a Super Repel if we really need to. If we want to speed through this. That does exist as an option. Oh, poor Pikachu. Yeah, well, we don't need Arena in front. They don't really have a great option. Charmeleon's good enough, though. Alright, let's head up there, but first, we'll do that Repel. Then we don't even have to worry about it. That should last us all the way through this tower. As long as we don't make too many wrong turns. Even though we've already been here. And we're gonna get Pikachu back right now. Thanks to this very, very helpful heal spot. Hey look, Pikachu just got desynced with us. You see that? It hadn't yet caught on. That's neat. And we can't go up there because she won't come to us. So that was a waste of time. Wasted a few steps on a Repel. For those who don't know, Repels work basically, they just keep wild Pokemon away for a certain amount of steps. I think a Super Repel is like 500 steps. A Repel is 250, and then a Max Repel, I want to say, is either 750 or 1000, I can't remember. Which Pokemon should we use against this guy? Because I know Pikachu is not going to be very useful. Because once we identify the ghost, it's a Marowak, the evolved form of Cubone. It is very, very sad. And we should be able to kill it with a couple of flies. I hope. Ooh, that is not that strong. Okay, 3 flies. It has Leer and Tail Whip. That seems redundant because they do the same thing. Like, they have literally the same effect. Cool. Well, that was that fight. We got 2 critical hits in a row. You can't catch that Marowak, by the way. Unfortunately. It would have been really cool if you could. But you cannot. I think it just whacks away the Pokeball or something like that. Oh, hey look, it's Rocket again. TV's Jesse and James, they're back. We just saw them, like an episode ago. And now we get to fight them again. How much have they leveled? I don't know. Yeah, it's 27 now. I think that's like 2 levels, 3 levels maybe. Someone could go back and check that, but it's not a lot. But it did survive my Thunderbolt, which is actually kind of surprising. It doesn't matter, in the grand scheme of things. We're going to be able to heal before we fight anyone else. Oh, but they have evolved at least one of their Pokemon. That is the evolved form of Ekans. It isn't that good either, but it's better than Ekans. Ooh, look at those 3 damage that did. See, it should have glared first. If it glared first, maybe we would have been paralyzed. Now, wheezing is the evolved form of coughing. It's a pun, you see. One coughs and then one wheezes. Especially if one has asthma, like this one does. I haven't had an asthma attack in a long time, actually. Like, not a severe one. I've only had one severe asthma attack where I thought I was gonna die. I was pretty young for that feeling to go through you, too. That was no fun at all. I was like, probably around 8 or 9. Just playing in my grandparents' place, and I was in the basement, they were upstairs. I couldn't breathe. It's a scary thing. So he takes us out of the tower. We don't even have to traverse the entire thing or dig out. We now have a Poké-Flute. You can use that in battle, actually. I believe, unless I'm misremembering that, but I seem to recall you can use it in battle instead of in Awakening. It just, if your Pokemon's put to sleep, you can use it and you will not be asleep anymore. And it's free, unlimited uses. It's very handy. But you can also use it out of battle in precisely 2 instances. There are 2 Snorlax. One is to the west of Celadon, and one is to the south of Lavender / east of Vermilion. We saw him already. Actually, I showed you the Celadon one too. And we're gonna go take down one of those. See if there's any items here. There are not. There are some trainers on this route. They're fishermen. I think they're all fishermen. See if anything's up here. It's just a woman. Your ashes are still... Oh. Well, that's depressing. I don't know if you read that. I kind of sped through it, but she said her Pokemon's ashes are in Lavender Town Tower, so she doesn't need this TM. That's just sad. Alright, we'll speed through these battles a little bit. They're just... I mean, they've got, like, Goldines and Tentacools and Magikarps and... nothing terribly exciting. I think we've seen all of them before. There's a Poliwag, we've seen that. They're almost all water types, if not exclusively water types. Because they're fishermen. They catch Pokemon from the water. It's not the most ingenious thing, but it works, I guess. We can't get that item to the right because we don't have Surf yet. We get Surf in Fuchsia City, which is where we're headed next. This route actually takes us to Fuchsia City. So does Cyclone Road. We'll probably take one of those 2 routes. I don't know which one yet. Teaser, Cliffhanger, etc. There's a lot of these guys. I miss them. There are some fishermen in later games that just face the water. They might even be in this game too. And they won't even fight you unless you talk to them. Those are the nice ones. You may have noticed I try to avoid having the enemy walk to me. I instead try to approach them. It's just to save time. They walk significantly slower than I walk, and they walk way slower than I can bike. That's just something I've been doing for years playing Pokemon. I don't know when it started, when I started doing that. Oh, Fly finally missed. I realized my error here. I should not have switched to Butterfree. Peck is super effective against Butterfree, and that one got a critical hit twice in a row. And we're still gonna beat it. because that Peck is very, very weak. It did 16 damage with a non-critical hit. But that was a poor decision. A poor switch-in on my part. I apologize to all the people hoping I play optimally. Sometimes I make brain cramps. Alright, so here is Snorlax. I was hoping it would just prompt us to play the Poké-Flute, but it is not that advanced a game yet. I think that starts in Gen 2. I think you can just click things and it'll prompt you. This one, it doesn't happen. Snorlax woke up. It attacked. What a jerk. Alright, so we're going to try to catch the Snorlax. It is level 30, not too high, but it has a lot of defense. I believe it has an attack that boosts its defense. Okay, that got a critical hit. Okay, Amnesia, does it boost special? Okay, it boosts special, so next Thunderbolt is not going to do much. And it also knows Rest, and Rest is no good for us because it, one, it fully heals Snorlax, and two, it puts it to sleep for 2 turns, but that heals its paralysis. So it makes it kind of difficult to catch. It becomes a pretty big wall, and we can't really paralyze it that well. So this could be interesting. Also, that's a lot of damage. That was nearly half our health? No, that was more than half our health. See, I want to paralyze it here. I think this should be enough to... Oh, it got a critical hit, of course. Of course I did. Of course I got a critical hit. Why does this always happen to me? That's like a rule of Pokemon, honestly. So down there is eventually Fuchsia City, but I remember there's an item finder up here. I want to get that item finder. We have now caught over 30 types of Pokemon. That includes evolutions, by the way. It's just 30 different kinds registered in your Pokedex that you personally have owned at one point in time. We are probably never going to use that item finder, but now we have it. We're a little beat up. Plus, that was a lot to do in one episode. We got an item finder. We got a Poké-Flute. We beat Jesse and James again. We murdered the soul of a Marowak. That's productive. That's 2 straight productive episodes. After a bit of filler, we did some stuff. After this episode is over, and you start tomorrow's episode, it's probably going to be more filler, honestly. We're taking a journey down to Fuchsia one way or another, so gear up.